Hi guys, it's Lanikia. I am coming to you. I'm I'm doing the Handmaid's Tale. Sorry about that, but I'm coming to you with a work from home update. So y'all know I had got the job with Verifast, and I went ahead and took that, and I was doing that job, and I stopped doing. I did it for like 2 weeks, and honestly, it is one of those I mean, I don't mind the job, but it's one of those jobs where it's really based off commission and everything. And they said something about, oh, in December they're gonna try to start paying hourly pay. Well, then I might like try back in December because um I'm not gonna do it anymore because they tell you should make anywhere between 150 to 200 a week, but I haven't seen that. Well, I only did it for 2 weeks, and in my 2 weeks what I did, I didn't see that, and I wasn't a slouch on it. The first week it wasn't as good. I mean, I did well, especially like my last 2 days being on there. But like the next week, the next week when I worked, because their schedule is from Wednesday to that Tuesday, that Wednesday to that Tuesday, I did really well. So I was like expecting a really big check or whatever, and it was only like $1 more than the previous week, and I did almost triple what I did that week. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, I've been contemplating continuing to do it, and I've just decided that I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna stick with because I did go ahead and accept the job with Upcall because they did hit me back, and I like it better because they pay you hourly and I can see my pay. Like literally as I'm working, I can see what I'm making. Like it has the amount up there. So yeah, I didn't do Upcall. I mean, I'm not doing Verifast anymore. I'm just gonna concentrate on Upcall and everything. So yeah, that's with that one. With the Alorica, I finally finished my training. And they keep sending me emails to call them and to do it. But to be able to do that, I would have to go to my mother's house to be on a house phone. I could always just get a house phone at my own home, but I don't know. I'm not really that. I like right now. I'm liking Upcall, so I'm just gonna stick with Upcall. The pay is good and everything. I'm just gonna stick with that. And then if there's something else that I wanted to do, like anything else that I wanted to do, I would just add that on. I'm not like that. I don't really have to do Alorica, so I'm really not wanting to do it, like take time and go over to my mother's house, just like use her phone or whatever. I don't really. I mean, I guess I could install one in my house, but I don't want to. So I'm not gonna do it. That's why I'm not gonna do it, and that's why I liked Upcall, and I even liked Verifast because you didn't have to have a house phone. The dialer was through your desktop, laptop, or whatever you're using. That's why I liked it. But yeah. So unfortunately for me, even though Verifast, it was cool or everything, but I just need they pay you every week on Verifast, but I just need guaranteed pay. Like I need to know that with the yeses or whatever, I'm still gonna get paid. And unfortunately Verifast is not that, but I do get that with Upcall. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna go ahead and do the Upcall program, continue with them. So anyways, let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, so I wanted to answer a few questions because I've been getting a lot of questions and I've seen them. And if I don't get your question in this video, because I'm literally going to answer all of the questions. So if I don't get your question in this video, just hit me back and I'll circle back and try to get it the next time. Okay, that was so old. That's like, okay, yeah. It's been a while since I've been on here. So anyways, let's go with the first person I'm coming up to. I'm actually going into my whatchamacallits and looking at them. Okay. Hello, I got a full-time with Walmart. I'm starting on July 22nd. Can you give me any tips on what to expect, please? Um, I don't know. I don't know what they. Sorry, I was sorry. I don't know what they're on my work from home from Scott's video, so I don't know if they were trying. Anyways, what did you do at Appen? With Appen, I did the social media evaluator job. That's what I did for Appen, and it was at a time where I was just in overload, so it was too much for me personally to keep doing. There are times when I miss doing that job, but then there are times when I don't. Like, I mean, I guess 75-80% of the time I don't miss doing that job. So when I miss it on like 20% of the time, I really do miss it. But yeah, so I was a social media evaluator, and so yeah, that's what I did for them. And I liked it. It was cool. It was just so much work. It was just so much work as far as having to answer all those questions and everything. And for those of you who did the social media evaluator, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I had to do it 4 hours a night, and I would not recommend that if you're like full time. So because the way it was set up, it was like I would work my 8 to 5, and then when I get off at 5, I would have to immediately start working, just because, you know, there's that at the time when I was doing it, you had like that 2-hour wait time before you could finish it out. So it would make me like that's probably why I didn't like it, and why I probably would never want to do that again while I'm working a full-time job, because it was just too much. Let's see. I'm trying to find them as I go. Can India do this job if located? I will check on the VOIQ job to see if they have it available to India. So that's AKK Drolls. Drolls? Is it Drolls? I'm sorry about that. But I will check to see if they have it available to you. Damn, I sent that a while ago. Let's see, who else said something? Oh, I think I had some emails too. Is there a limit to how many jobs you can do per day? How many jobs could typically be done in an hour? This is for field agent. So Mad Dog Mark. No, I don't think there was a limit. I know with Gig Walk, when I would do that, I think there was a limit to how many you could do it and how many you could accept. But I don't recall there being a limit on field agent. And the only reason I'm not doing field agent now is because my phone is so crappy that my pictures are no good. So I kept getting rejected because of my pictures. And so I need to get a new phone, because field agent is a job that I did like to do. Now, towards the end, I didn't like it so much because they did some kind of negotiation with Walmart, and the jobs used to be where they would pay you like 18, 20, 16 bucks. They started being like every week they would re-up the job. They would send the jobs out, like I think it was every Wednesday. And so the jobs started being like, at one point you could make, like, if a job would come out and it was like $4, because my sister and I did this all the time. If it was like $4, you just wait it out. And so you would wait maybe a week and a half, and the job would jump up to like $16 and $18, and then you knew that was probably the last day they were gonna offer that job. So you would accept it and then run and go and do the job real quick, and you have you a cute little $18 in your account or whatever. But they stopped doing that because when I last saw it, they had stopped doing that, which was like maybe about a month and a half ago. They were doing it like every week there would be a new Walmart job, and they were only moving it up like 10 cents. Like, that one day would be $4, the next day would be $4.10. And so I really, even though I liked field agent, I really stopped messing with it because of that. Because I'm like, I know if I'm gonna go, like, I don't really like to go to Walmart. I like where I stay, I could go to Dollar Tree before I go to Walmart. So I would just drop off in Dollar Tree and go there before going down to Walmart. And plus, Walmart is always so packed here. Like, I know most people's Walmart is packed, but it feels like this one is a little different. And so I would have to wait until like 7 and 8 o'clock at night, or I'd have to wake up super early to go to Walmart where it wasn't packed, because the worst thing to do is try to do field agent jobs, and Walmart is packed to the max. So Mad Dog Mark, no, there wasn't a number. I don't recall ever being denied how many jobs I could do. But typically, I would do, like, if I was in Walmart and they had 2 jobs available, it would usually take me, depending on how fast I was going, like how many questions and how fast, it would probably take me about 15 to 20 minutes to do like one of the jobs or whatever. So yeah. So yeah, Mad Dog Mark, that's the answer. So anyways, let me keep going. I currently, okay, I start Monday and have tons of questions. Can I email you? Oh shoot, I'm so sorry, Angela Duty. I'm so did you get your questions answered? I'm sorry, y'all. I've been like so slacking. And then someone says, oh, someone says, I used to work for a Rise, and it lets you choose your own hours and days as long as you work a minimum of 15 hours. Okay. Clemmy Hughley. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, but I'm gonna have to look at a Rise. Isn't a Rise the company where you actually have to pay to start though? Somebody fill me in on that if you're watching and you've worked there. Don't you have to pay to start? But she says, I used to work for a Rise, and it lets you choose your own hours and days as long as you work a minimum of 15 hours. No benefits. Working for size, depending on your program, determines your pay. Yeah, that's correct. My starting pay for training was $9 and went to $9.25. Now it's $10. Yeah, so she, I guess, got the job with Sykes, work at home. So how do you like it? I see a lot of people ask me about that job. I know I don't work. I always would start to work there, and then I would quit because I would get something else that I liked better. And then some people ask me, well, do you put all these jobs on the like, am I gonna put Very Fast on my resume? No, I only worked there 2 weeks. I'm not putting that on my resume. So no. So Lana Bikar. Oh, I am pronouncing y'all names wrong. I know. I think it's Lana. She says it took about a year for someone to contact her when I think it was for Appen. Yeah, and yet, like, I had so many people like message me, and some of y'all had little attitudes about it. Does not take that long for Appen to contact you. Yes, for some people it does. Like, my sister had to wait like a year and a half before she's working Appen now, and she had to wait like a year and a half. And if you don't, like, she has her own YouTube channel doing work from home as well. Hers is Kaydee. So go and check her out. But yeah, she had to wait a whole year and a half, and she's doing like 2 or 3 work from home jobs right now, so she'll be updating y'all on that. But anyways, she had to wait like a year and a half, and one of my friends, she waited for about a year and a half, and when they offered her a job, it was a job she couldn't even do because she didn't have a child that age. So yeah, sometimes it takes them a long time to get back at you, depending on your demographic. Like, I recommended Appen to one of a lady. She inboxed me on Facebook, and she was like, hey, can you recommend me a job, that would be easy? She didn't want it to be, tied down to hours, and she didn't want to be on the phones. So I recommended Appen, and she got hired within like maybe a week or so, and she was already doing her job. And like, for me, it took months. I forgot I applied to Appen. I think it like took 2 or 3 months. So Lena Bakar, you are right. Like, sometimes it takes a long time, and some of y'all be getting a little attitude like, no, it don't take the long time. But I'm like, well, like, for some of us it did. Yes. So thanks for sharing that. It does take a minute sometimes, and some of y'all be like, no, it don't. Chantel Johnson says, thank you for this information because there are so many scams out there. Love your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Yes, there are scams. And that's the whole reason why I started doing this, is because when I went to work, like I was like, I need a job. And when I went to start working from home, you don't know what's real and what's not real. Like you really don't. And so my whole thing was like, I worked for Appen, and even when you're giving like your personal information out, you don't know you don't know what they're gonna do with it, like if you're giving it to a real person. So that was the whole thing about doing this channel, is just not just giving jobs that, oh, I see they have a company, you know, work from home, but no, giving legitimate jobs that work from home. Because the last thing you want is, like, you're already trying to find money, the last thing you want is to be giving your personal information to people, and you know, maybe they make your situation worse than what it might be already. Or even if your situation isn't bad, you go from, you know, where you wanted some extra income just to, you know, have some play money or whatever you need it for, and then they make it worse or whatever. So yeah, that's the whole reason I started the channel, because there are so many scams out there. Like, my sister tagged me in, did she tag me? No, she shared something on, and this woman had this money, and she was like, yeah, I made all this money doing ads on and I'm not saying that there are not legitimate ways that you can make money doing ads on Facebook and stuff, but she's like showing all these $100, I think it was like 3,500 or something. It was this, and I was like, no, like, I never trust those type of jobs. I'm sorry, I just don't. Because if you can't give me the information on, like, they always want to inbox you. Like, why wouldn't you give the information where everyone could see it? They always want to inbox you, get you all in private and stuff. So no, I wouldn't trust those jobs. But yeah, so I'm gonna I said I appropriate that. I'm replying back to some people because I know they're not gonna watch that. Everyone doesn't watch every video, and I understand that, because I don't watch, like, I have some of my favorite YouTubers, and I don't watch all their videos. Okay, so Corinthia Keene says, I applied with them and got an interview via email with no date or time for the interview. I called the site's number during business hours and only got a recording that the office was closed and to leave a message or to log in and submit requests via the helpline. The thing about the helpline is that response can take 2 to 3 days to get a response, excluding weekends. This is not a good look starting out. I will give it a chance and see where it goes, but it's not looking good right now. I understand. Like, I've been getting a lot of feedback from them about this. Because I was talking to someone else, and they were like, it was weird the way they were hiring them now. So I don't know. That wasn't my experience with them. So the only thing I could tell you is, like, click on the link. I'm going to click on this link to the video while I'm talking to you guys. But click on the link that I gave you. I don't know. That wasn't my experience. Just hit me up and let me know. And, like, if I don't get back, just like seriously, if I don't get back to you in a certain amount of time, hit me up again and say, hey, like, did you see this? Because that was not my experience with them. Like, my experience with them was that you had to do this long questionnaire, and once you got done with it or whatever, you went in and you got to select what shift you wanted. Now, I did hear about, like, them scheduling appointments and then they're canceling. I've experienced that myself, but I've never had what everyone else is starting to experience. And maybe it's just the way their company is set up now, where their number isn't working during the business hour. I've never experienced it, because I called them for someone else who was trying to work from home or whatever, and I got through. So I just want to make sure you're my link is still good and that you're still, because I don't want my link to be directing you to something different now. So let me just check on this link. Did anybody ever apply to Sitel? If you did, let me know. And this video is going to be pretty darn long, so yeah. Did anybody apply to Sitel? And if you did, let me know. Because I applied there, but at the time I had like a work from home job, and they told me, no ma'am, you may not. They told me no. I had a work from home independent contractor job, and they were like, no, you can't do it if you're doing that. So I didn't get to do it. No, my link still is the one that I did. Yeah, it's still the same, but somebody was telling me it was different, and honestly I'm not seeing a different link. So go through my link, and if you did go through my link, just let me know. Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting the same thing I've always gotten. I don't know why I said you completed your application, because I really didn't. I've always applied for them and I always got hired, but then I always, for some reason, turned it down for some reason or another. So, so I don't know. So let's move on. Oh, Antoinette says, hi Lanikia, I may be taking your advice about Alorica. How is everything going in that job? Are there, let me know, thanks. Oh, so I already answered that question, Antoinette. I've answered all these questions, but yeah, I hope you do go, because okay, so I'm gonna share this only because everyone, I'm gonna share this only because, okay, so I know some of y'all are like, I want, you know, I prefer a job that pays, you know, a bit more. And listen, I completely understand that, because Alorica, I think, pays like $8.25, $8 something, and most of us are like, we want $10 or higher jobs. So my advice is always that if you get hired for a job, while you're waiting on that other job that you want to come through, go ahead and do like that job. One, it gives you experience about training when you're working from home, because training when you work from home is different, of course, than going into an actual building and doing it. So go ahead and get that experience and everything when you're working from home. So yeah, that's what she actually FaceTimed me, and we were talking about. Hi Keisha, thank you for the sub. That's what we were actually talking about, because she was debating on, you know, she wanted this one job and she's just waiting on them to, you know, complete her paperwork and everything. And so I was like, well, while you're waiting, go ahead and you know, do a Alorica, because it's some kind of income. Well, she, you know, she has another job, and actually I'm gonna do another video, because she recommended a few jobs for you guys, so I'm gonna do another video with those on there. But anyways, just do what you gotta do. Like, if you need the extra income, if you don't need it, then I mean, you don't have to do it. But if you needing the extra income while you're waiting for, maybe you're waiting for Appen to come through, or you're waiting for some other company to come through, well, while you're waiting, just, you know, do what you can while you're waiting on that job, and you know, just so you can have some extra income. So that's what my advice was to her. Now, I did have a few emails that I'm looking for to see, because I saw a few come through, and I might not find them. If I don't find them, I'll just have to do it on another video. Yeah, I can't find them. Because I have my email set up like primary, social, promotions, updates, forums, and I have so much going. Like, I try to keep it all separate as possible, but every now and then they will cross mix. Okay. Oh, she said, oh, okay. So Fatima says she has an interview with Sykes in 2 days, and she wants to know what kind of questions are they going to ask. Do I have to have a phone line by the time I do the interview? Your response will be appreciated. But okay. So no, you don't have to have when you're doing the interview, you don't have, well, I didn't have to have a phone line at the time. But because I think there with them there was like a 2 to 3 week wait period from the time you get hired from the job to the time you actually start. So you have enough time with this company for the most part. Like, that might not be still the same, but for the most part you have enough time to get that phone line in there before they start. And that's what most companies, every now and then though, like when they're really hiring, you might not have enough time. So yeah, so you might not have enough time. So if you know you want to work from home, go ahead and get you a POTS line. But as far as the questions, they ask basic sales questions. You know, they ask you, you know, what would you do if you got an irate, I think it was like, what would you do if you got an irate customer? Just basic sales stuff. How do you handle, you know, a customer that's upset? Those type of questions. It's nothing hard. It's like, y'all, it's common sense. Y'all know from working from home, they're all asking you the same questions, just common sense questions. And once you have that generic answer, you just kind of answer it across the board. So yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video because this went on way too long. But I just wanted to answer a few questions for you guys. I'm going to be dropping another video probably tomorrow. I'm going to try to drop a video every single day to close out this month because I haven't been doing it. If you haven't started a YouTube channel, you really need to think about like what your niche is and go ahead and go ahead and start a YouTube channel, because that is extra money that you could be, I mean, they change the rules all the time with YouTube, but it could be extra money that you could be earning as well. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope I got to most of your questions. If I didn't, just leave me a comment and I'll try to get to it. And I'll talk to you later. How do I stop this? Oh, there you go.